Hey, good time, friends. It's good time, Adam. And today I'm back with another box battle. Today we're looking at one Top Series 2 Mega Box. I know I said I was trying to stay away from retail, but I keep seeing them everywhere, so I had to get one. Versus two Donruss 2025 blasters. Another product I know I probably said I wanted to stay away from, but here I am. So the Donruss are going to cost you a little bit more because they're 30 a piece, where the Mega Box is 50. So it's a pretty close comparison, but unlicensed versus licensed is the major part of it. The Donruss does guarantee, it's a Panini guarantee, so there's probably points, but it does say one auto or mem. I have opened two of these off camera, and I got a mem in both, so at least it wasn't points, but, I would like to see one auto. This will be my third and fourth blaster. So hopefully one out of four could have an auto. Wouldn't be too bad. I would take that. Don't know if Panini would give that, but I'd take it. So these blasters have 6 packs with 15 cards per pack. One thing I did notice out of the Donruss is I did have some QC issues out of my other boxes. Just cards that the foil, the corners were bent, stuff like that. Nothing too crazy. So I'm going to rip about 3 or 4 of these packs. We'll take a look at them and then move on to the next few. But it's just easier because there are so many packs. 16 packs in the Mega and 14 cards per pack. So there's a lot of cards in these Mega boxes. I've seen people rip them. I just watched one of my favorite guys, Vance Like Fan Cards, rip 2 of these, and didn't seem like he got too much out of those. I'm hoping that I can get something out of these. Let's see. There's a silver foil, say a Suzuki, and of course it is retail, so there's going to be some stars of the MLB. Can't get away from those things if you're buying retail. So a lot of these are going to be the same cards that we've seen over and over again, so I'm not going to highlight those, but just want to check out the inserts and the if we hit anything big. But so far, don't see too much. There's Brian Reynolds. He's been in the news a little bit. The news came out that info about his no trade clause with the Pittsburgh Pirates. He signed like $108 million deal, I think. Really a friendly deal for the Pirates, of course, because they don't sign unfriendly deals for them. There's Jackson Jobe on the 90. That's pretty cool. Nothing crazy, though. Riley Green. But Reynolds, the news came out about his no trade clause. And I was a little surprised, too, by the teams that were listed in that. You had like the Yankees, the Mets, the Padres, the Dodgers, Blue Jays, and the Giants. So some big market teams, some teams that aren't afraid to make deals. But those are his no trades. So that's cool. Hopefully it doesn't mean he'll be a Red Sox or anything like that, but I hope it means he's going to stay with the Pirates. Because, like I was talking about in my last video, I mentioned some of the people that were being thrown around, and I just hope I don't want to lose some of these guys. They're team-friendly contracts. O'Neal Cruz. He's in the home run derby. Can't wait to see that. We got the All-Star break coming up after this weekend. My Pirates are on a road losing streak after having a 6-game winning streak. Now they're about to be, I think there could be 6 games on the road that they lose if they lose tonight to um, the Royals. They have lost the last 2 to the Royals. And then they play Minnesota to finish up before the All-Star break. So curious to see how that goes. Nothing too crazy in this box yet. Alvarez on the 90. Churio on the Stars of the MLB. Yeah, so I am excited to watch O'Neal Cruz in the Home Run Derby. I know it's got Ronald Acuna, Cal Raleig's in it, James Wood, Caminero, and Byron Buxton. So it should be a pretty good home run derby. I'm really excited to check it out. We're halfway through this mega box with a whole lot of nothing, if I'm being honest. Whole lot of nothing. So hopefully we get to home. I still have not got a home field advantage this year. That would be cool. I know I spoke some golden mirrors into existence recently, so hopefully I can speak something like that into existence. Why is this backwards? Brian Reynolds. I don't think there's anything different with that. Nope, that's just a base card that was flipped around. Tricked me. You got me, Tops. You got me. Not sure why that was backwards. Was hoping it was something awesome. It wasn't. Babe Ruth, Lou Gehrig. I pulled that, I think, in the last box. Pete Alonso, Stars of the MLB. Yeah, so the Home Run Derby, I think, will be pretty entertaining with O'Neal Cruz, that power that he has, how hard he can hit the ball. He can mash. I'm really hoping it's cool. Caminero right there. He can mash too. Alec Thomas on the silver. Really excited to see that. A big dumper. Rally. He is mashing the ball every day. Here's another guy mashing the ball. James Wood. That's a good one on the 90. 90 rookie. I think I have pulled that. Sawinski is trashed at the bottom, so that sucks. Little QC, but nothing crazy. At least it wasn't on a big card. I did see Sawinski just got called back up, but that's not a huge move for the Buccos. You don't hear that a lot. Huge move in Buccos after they called up Paul Skeens. We have some guys in the minors that are great. Connor Griffin, I can't wait to see what he does. Hopefully he'll be up here before not too long. And there's some other guys too. Bubba Chandler. That's the 3rd Brian Reynolds in this box. You talk about him and that's what you get. But I talked about some other guys too. The Tops gods. I did. I mentioned some others. I'll mention a Babe Ruth cut auto too. And let's see if that pops up. That'd be sweet. Tatis on the Summer Superstars. Trey Turner. You could also get foil 1990 cards. I've never pulled one of those out of these. They just started doing that last in Series 1. But I have not pulled one out of Series 1 or Series 2. There's another rainbow foil. Throwing it around here. Connor Gillespie. But, wind it down here. These are the last few cards of this box. Nothing crazy. These are exactly what I thought they might be. And that would be poop. I'm going to stay away from these megas. Not going to get another one. That's for sure. But, top hits of that, I could not even say. I guess the James Wood. And maybe, I don't know, was there any cool inserts? Nothing too cool. I think the James Wood is what we're working with. So Donruss can really take out tops. These two blasters, we'll do. See, Donruss, I'm gonna have to go pack by pack because they have like the old Upper Deck Coalition where every other card is upside down and it drives me nuts. There's Carlos Beltran, and it just has career stats on the back there for those guys. Not going to flip every card over. Andrew Jones. There's Dylan Cruz. Sandoval, Nick York. Tejada. There's a Pujols on the Rockets. And then a Pujols on the Optic. And a Jim Leland on the Optic. As a Pirates fan, I don't mind pulling a Leland. Durangelo Kajan, I don't know how to pronounce that, and I will totally butcher it. But see, the Unleashed are cool. That's always been a cool insert. Still continues to be a cool insert. One thing I forgot to mention too, we got Thrasher Pierogi here, inspired by skateboard culture, and that is Bad Pierogi. Of course, badpierogi.com. Some amazing gear. Check it out. It's a great buddy of mine who is an amazing pastry chef, and he's also an amazing artist. And he has his own clothing line, and trust me, it's worth checking out. The quality is unmatched, and it's cool to be cool to others, you know? Like, it's cool to shop small business and support good people. So I encourage you all to do that. And if you do, if you use the discount code GOODTIME, you get 15% off your entire order. So check it out. I know, I keep checking with them. Has anyone used the code? No one has yet. So I can't wait till someone breaks through and places an order with my buddy. It's awesome. You'll love it. Here is the first hit. Jersey King, Hagen Smith. Nothing crazy there. An Elite Series, Charlie Condon, and Ben Hess on the prospects. So one thing they did this year with Donruss is there's rated prospects and there's rated rookies. So that's different because I don't think last year I think last year they just had the rated prospects. They took out the rookies. There's a rated rookie right there. Walters. I'm just going through these base a little quick. Baker, Bobby Witt, Dwight Gooden. And here we go. Jesus Mate, rated prospect. That's a nice one. That feels really nice, too. It feels a little more solid than some of those other... that's nice. Just a thicker stock there. Ken Griffey Jr. on the Optic. I know Chris is going to like that one, so I'll put that aside for you, buddy. Definitely going in the Ken Griffey pile. Jim Rice on the Prism. Don Mattingly on the Milestones. Those are both nice. And then Seaver King and Levi Sterling for my Buccos on the prospects. And what I typically do is I sleeve all prospects, all rookies, and I put those aside, and then I'll go through and sort the stars. But on these, on something like this that's unlicensed, where you don't have, logos, things like that, I'm not top loading everything or anything like that. But what do you guys do with like stars? So typically I will pull stars out, and I will top load but sleeve them up. But what about retired guys? Do you know anyone that collects like a Nolan Ryan 2025 Donruss? That's the stuff I don't love. There's Acuna, the first Marvels that I've got. That's a good one. Diamond Marvels, love those. That's where I have to give some credit to Panini and Donruss is their inserts. Their inserts are fire. I love the Marvels. I really like the Unleashed as well. They've been doing those for a few years. There's Jacob Wilson. That's what's weird too. They didn't give him a rookie or a prospect. Jacob Wilson, he's a rookie. So I don't know why. I don't know why he didn't get that rookie designation. Arrighetti, Junior Caminero on the white, and a Ken Griffey on the black. I think that's the second black Ken Griffey I got. Bomb Squad, James Tibbs. And a couple other prospects there. Tibbs, I think, was part of the deal. Wasn't he traded, I believe? I could be wrong, but I think Tibbs... Was he in the Devers deal, I think? I could be wrong on that, but I know I heard that name recently in trades. Andrew Jones, Bryce Cunningham, and then here's the optics. Looks like there's 2 parallels and 2 optics in every pack. Ryan Sloan, Tony Perez. The optics are nice as always. That also is a cool set that I kind of miss. That's the first blaster. So I would say that first blaster is already, to me, better than that whole mega box. So, and I know it's unlicensed, I know, but, I just think there's still, the name Donruss is still a name. It's still a cool product. Here we go. John Smoltz, Braylon Doughty, Pablo Sandoval, Bryce Cunningham on the white. 2 whites in that one. That's weird. Usually there's a white and another color. I think the white's like the base optic, and then there's usually another one. The orange, not speckle, but I don't know what you call it. Kumar Rocker rookie card. See, he got a rated rookie, but Jacob Wilson didn't. I don't know. It's weird. Doesn't make sense to me. There's Agustin Ramirez on the Liberty. Nick York on the regular base optic, it looks like. And Mariano Rivera, there it is, on the laser. I think that's like a laser. Orange laser is probably what that's called. And then Adam Wainwright on the 200 career wins for the milestone. Milestone, not stone. I don't know what happened there. Became Minnesota for a minute. And everyone always asks where my accent's from. It's Pittsburgh. Through and through. Here we go. See, like a Clemens or a Rivera. Who wants those? I don't know. To me, not me. There's James Wood. I just noticed that he did not get a rated rookie either. That's weird. I would think those big rookies, you would want that rated rookie because it is just so iconic. You would want to have those guys have a rated rookie card, but they don't. So it's weird. There is Malcolm Moore on the Jersey Kings. So that's 2 jersey cards, par for the course with these. Another Marvels, which is cool. I have not, that's only the second Marvels card that I've hit. But still no auto. 4 blasters, no auto. So that's a little sad. When you say auto or mem, you hope you get at least an auto every 4, maybe every 6. Caminero on the parallel there, the Rockets. Here is Kobe Mayo, numbered to 49. That'd be nice if that had a rated rookie on it, but it doesn't. Be cool if it did. There's Cash Mayfield and Pudge Rodriguez. Couple more prospects. 2 packs left. I got to give the win to Donruss. That mega box from Topps was absolutely trash. I would not even look at one of those again. If you do, I hope you have far better luck than I had with it. Because it's cool to be cool to others, you know? I'm always wishing good luck to everybody. I want you to pull some amazing stuff. And I want to pull some amazing stuff, too. There's a Bomb Squad, Aaron Judge. That's cool. I don't know how they can have him in this set. You know, it's weird how they have... Or they have some... I don't know. It's just weird. They have some active players and not all active players. I don't know. I don't get it. Above my pay grade. I'm just an HR guy. I hire people. I get paid to talk to people. It's the only thing I'm good at. Here we go. This is the last pack. We got Sebastian Walcott on the Rockets. I have his rookie, or an auto of his. I think from last year's Donruss, as a matter of fact. Ozzie Smith on the optic. Jordan Lawler. Cal Ripken on the Elite Series. And that's all she wrote. There's Tibbs again. So I got to give the win to Donruss here. I just think it was a far better rip. This card alone is probably worth more, even though it's just an insert. It's probably worth more than anything that came out of the Topps box, in my opinion. I could be wrong. Maybe I missed something. You guys are great at catching things that I miss. So if I did miss something, let me know in the comments. But what do you think about these two products? I'm staying away from both of them mostly, but I would do a little bit more Donruss because it is fun. You do get some cool things in there. Topps, stay with the hobby, I think, is the best way to go. But good luck in your rips. I hope you pull some bangers. And as always, folks, thanks for checking it out. Would love if you could like, subscribe to the channel. You know, drop a comment. Let us know who you're watching, why you watch them, why you're watching this, who do you collect. Just let us know whatever you're thinking at the time. And as always, have a good time and have a good night.